1 year, no be small thing. No be small thing, though. You know, say before now, any baram, we go to shout, hey, Jonathan, come back. Good luck, Jonathan. You are the best thing next to sliced bread. Hey, when you were there, this is was the size of the economy. You did this. Hey, that was peace. Hey, what we are seeing now, hey, is from frying pan to fire. Hey, well, good luck. Bring him back. Bring him. Oh boy. No be so. Hey, if you listen to Aisha Yesufu and what see she talk as regard Jonathan government that time, any ha. You not go blame Nigerians for voting Buhari when Buhari came with his fake promises that he will save Nigeria, he will do this. You not go blame Nigerians because that Jonathan government. Yeah, me I say I don't even know say he bad like that too. Now I shall come open my eyes more to come see things and things that were bad in that government. Any all the bad, it was bad. Well. Would they say, hey, when Jonathan was there, this one, when Jonathan was there, that one. The Jonathan self was not. What am I even talking about? Was it not under Jonathan that this woman stole all the. In fact, she stole the country. What's that? Alison Madwiki. She was a minister of petroleum. Yes, that's correct. Under Jonathan. That she stole the country dry. It was after that woman we have never had any minister of petroleum again. It has always been minister of state petroleum. President now is not the minister of petroleum. Nobody get moral now to give person say come and be minister of petroleum again because of what Alice Madueke do under a Jonathan presidency. Now Aisha mentioned here. Aisha close book here is catalyzed everywhere. He said, What's in cause problem? They said Aisha Yesufu, she was part of the people that pushed out Jonathan from government. So therefore, she is part of the problem that we are facing now. Yes. Because of that her movement, bring back our gas movement. It was during Jonathan's time that they kidnapped the Chibok gas now. Oh yeah. They started a movement to bring back those. They say, Aisha Yesufu and her co-people, they were the ones that used that movement to catalyze things for Jonathan. That made Jonathan not to come back for second term. Aisha now don't explode now. He don't finish everywhere. He said, Jonathan, you are a... When I help me watch this video, can you in our comment section? Jonathan, oh Benny, they say your government. I mean, when I help you watch this video, I beg.
Now, as you know, there are lots of allegations flying around. You've responded to them on your very popular YouTube channel. There are lots of allegations flying around about the NGO that you co-convened, the Bring Back Our Girls campaign, allegations that it was sponsored from abroad in an attempt to destabilize the government of President Goodluck Jonathan and ultimately unseat him. What's your reaction to that?
So my first reaction is the fact that the Bring Back Our Girls movement is not an NGO. Neither is it a civil society organization. It's a movement of people who got tired and who were angry that girls that had gone to school were taken away. 276 Chibok girls were abducted. And you know, in all of the things that have been happening recently, a lot more people are coming to the conclusion that indeed there was abduction. Because it took us years. People were saying there was no abduction. So that's one, on that one side. So it's a movement. It's not an NGO. And BBOG, the Bring Back Our Girls movement, has never ever received anything from anyone. We, the members, decided that we were going to self-fund it. We'll put our empathy on the line. We'll put our humanity in. Whatever we need, we will use our own money to do it. What
but there have been contributions made to
by members. No,
right.
Not if you're not a member. Nobody collected anything from you. And Aisha Yesufu, I'll be able to say because I was the sit-out coordinator for quite a number of time before I became the strategic team strategic team lead of Bring Back Our Girls movement. So I led the movement for some years. I think from around, was it 2015 to like 2018, 19? I'm not sure. And the Bring Back Our Girls movement started on April 30th. 2014, when we marched on the street, and I think it was 18th of March or 19th, I'm not very sure now, of in 2020 that the physical march stopped. We stopped the sit-out. And why was that? Because there was a lockdown by the federal government due to the COVID-19. And all of this, all this allegation of us being paid, being sponsored, it's been going on for 11 years. People have said they will check whatever it is that they need to check. We don't have bank accounts. We were not registered. We don't have anything. So in what way were we doing business with you? Said, as in what? As in we're going to collect what? Is it the t-shirt we couldn't buy for ourselves? Or is it the tear gas that the government were sending to us? Or was it the talks that Jonathan government sent to come and beat us at the Unity Fountain that you said we're going to use their word to do what for us? But I think what is happening is the fact that we have a lot of Nigerians who are bereft of empathy, bereft of humanity, who watched girls that went to school being taken away and they did nothing. And for 11 years they have looked for ways to concoct allegations and say that, oh, BBOG were either funded or whatever, to say that's the reason why they didn't do it. No. The thing is that we all are victims waiting to happen. And the fact that Nigeria refused to come together and put politics aside and focus on the lives of girls that were taken away. They were focused on an incompetent president as of that time, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. They turned him to a feeding bottle baby that cannot talk, that, oh, he doesn't have any this. Was it you say that told Goodluck Ebele Jonathan that for 19 days he shouldn't talk about Chibok girls that were abducted under him? And I think another thing that a lot of people have forgotten is the fact that before the abduction of Chibok girls, Buniyadi boys had been slaughtered in their school. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and I'm calling him out. He never said a word. How heartless, how callous can you be? Children the terrorists took them down and slit their necks in front of other students. There was a girl that we knew. Her brother was slaughtered in front of her. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan never said a word. His administration spokesperson, they didn't say a word until 2015 when the Bring Back Our Girls movement did an anniversary of that, and that was a few weeks to election. And people sit down. We are focused on the president who didn't protect girls that had gone to school. And one other thing that Nigerians keep forgetting is the fact that at the time that Chibok girls abduction happened, there was state of emergency in Borno State. Meaning the federal government, the military were more in charge than the governor. Because there were even people who were saying, well, why did they even leave the governor to still be in charge since a state of emergency had been imposed? Because I see a lot of people who say to us, why were you making demands in Abuja? Why didn't you go to Borno? And the first thing I say to such people, what were you doing? Why didn't they go to Borno? Because there's nobody that is meant to come out to protest. Every one of us were supposed to have protested. The federal government, it is when we demand, and this is what we always say, when we are making demands for Chibok girls and we are still doing for the rest that are still not back home, we are not doing them a favor. And it's not a privilege. It's their right as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for them to have been brought back home. Nigeria failed them by allowing them to be abducted. And the next best thing was to have brought them back immediately, which they didn't do. And we've been on the street and we're still making demands. And I see people who come out, people who are devoid of empathy, like I said earlier. We make accusation that it was political. It was done to remove Jonathan. Really? People died. Jonathan was busy doing with shenanigans. PDP said for 60 years nobody was going to remove them. They left children to die.
Even if it wasn't at the instigation of US aid. I mean, you did want
There's
Jonathan
nothing about
you wanted Jonathan to leave office, didn't you?
There is nothing that connects USA,
no, I know.
ID,
I'm saying
and
even if it wasn't at their instigation, you clearly wanted Jonathan out of office, given the things you've just said. I mean, you didn't
myself personally, or the movement?
Well, you and
absolutely,
absolutely.
The movement had nothing to do with Jonathan.
Right.
The movement was apolitical, and it maintained that. And one of the things was that at the Unity Fountain where we met, no talk of politics was allowed. And this is the thing. There were people from different political parties. They were all parts of the movement. There was never a time we had political talk. Even I remember Dr. Obi Ezekwesili would always insist, sometimes when members are angry and they're referring to the president with just his name, Goodluck or Ebele or G, she would say, no, you must add the president because he happens to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But Aisha Yesufu, yes, I wanted Jonathan to be removed because he was clueless, he was incompetent, he had failed, there was so much corruption. Nigeria was borrowing money to pay salaries. Nigeria was borrowing money to service debt. We were going through so much. There was such corruption. We had monies that were meant to buy arms were being used, were being stolen and all of that. So Aisha Yesufu, I wanted Goodluck Ebele Jonathan to be removed, and I worked towards it. And I do not owe anybody an apology for having the right to use my own, how's that English, inalienable right to vote at an incompetent president. That some people, Nigerians who have turned themselves to oxygen-wasting vessels, who think that they are slaves and they are not citizens, they are calling on me to apologize for voting at an incompetent president just because the people that came after him failed. Well, and this is the thing. Let me just round up on this, Charles. Nigerians, I see now when people are talking, they are comparing Jonathan to Buhari, who is an abysmal failure, and to Tinubu, who has failed woefully. How do you do that? Are they okay? So we should look at the moment somebody fails more, then the other one now becomes better. No, why don't they compare the time that Jonathan was there with the time that Yar'Adua was there and with the time that Obasanjo was there? That's how you do comparison. People sit down and say that, oh, in hindsight. In hindsight, do you know what I expected from the people? Was that Nigerians would say enough is enough and never again. And that anybody who does anywhere, we will vote you out. But we had people who sat down and refused to do what they're supposed to do and said that it's other people they want to help them vote out. And for every one of them, I say to you, if you said I voted out Jonathan, why didn't you keep him in? After all, was he not the incumbent? And they were telling us that it would take 60 years without anything. You know what? I just said, the pain we went through. And let me tell you something. In January, I can't remember the specific day now. In January, 2,000 people were killed in Baga. President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan at that time did not say anything. A few days after, Charlie Hebdo, I can't remember how many, was it 8 or something like that? Yeah. Some people were killed.
In Paris, France.
In France, Charlie Hebdo attack.
The magazine.
Guess what? Goodluck Ebele Jonathan dared, without being afraid of Nigerians, he sent them a message, a condolence message. And that was the time that Malema of South Africa, Julius Malema, called him an irresponsible leader. If Nigerians want to sit down and turn themselves to slaves and forget where they're coming from because it has worsened, there are some people who say, oh, Jonathan should have been kept. He's the best thing after Jollof Rice because they could buy tickets for 10,000 naira from Abuja to Lagos. For those people, the message I have is that those who have died, they don't know that ticket is now 300,000. And when they could buy the ticket for 10,000 naira, there were others who couldn't afford it. There were people who were running from insurgency in the Northeast. And there was a woman who had a miscarriage, and she didn't know she had a miscarriage. That was how frightened people were. We had our military, they were running away. Our own military running away from a ragtag army, entering Cameroon. What did they call it then? They said it was tactical withdrawal. What did we not see? And today they dare to tell us all sorts of things. Whoever it is, you said whatever, let them go and fight whoever is funding what. The Bring Back Our Girls movement is a movement that is self-funded, and no matter what they try to do, they will not take away the pain that we went through to ensure that Chibok girls are brought back. Well, we have some who are back anyway.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innoson Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innoson Vehicle, the pride of African roads.